भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. We have completed 2 questions and the answers given by the Guru. The first question asked by Kabandhi Katyayanah. The second question asked by Bhargavaha Vaidarbhihi. The first question is regarding the Srishti. How this creation has taken place. Even though the rishis have done lot of Saguna Upasana, Saguna Brahma Jnanam they have got, the Lord with attributes they know, still they are not very clear about this Srishti, the creation, where from it has come. All the 6 rishis have got their own doubts. In spite of doing lot of upasana, Saguna Brahma Upasana, Ekarupa Upasana, Vishwarupa Upasana, having done lot of rituals, still their doubts are continuing about the creation, about the human existence, about the relation between the world and me, the Jagat. Like that, they have lot of questions in their minds. How this creation has come, how this body has come, all these doubts, they want to clear, they approached Pippalada. That means they know Pippalada knows. Generally, when we go to teacher, we never know that. Our Guru knows all these things. நமக்கு டவுட்டே வராது. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் குருக்கு தெரியும்னு நமக்கு தெரியாது. நமக்கு டவுட் இருந்தா தானே. So, but the rishis, they heard about that Pippalada. Pippalada is the one who can clear our doubts. They know that very clearly. This is the difference between ordinarily just casually attending the class, but purposefully I want to know this, I want to know about it, I want to clear my doubts, therefore I go to this teacher is different. But in the Kaliyugathillo andha maadhiri student kedikkiradhu konjam kashtam da. So what the teacher can do? Teacher himself put the question and he makes the question, the questioner, should he create the questioner in the mind of the student. He bring out the questioner. Adi after long time. Adiyum kashtam da, not so easy that also. But these rishis are not like that. They are very confident what they want, whom they are approaching, And the Pippalada beautifully answered about the creation, how the creation has taken place. Brahmaji, Raihi, Pranaha, all these things elaborately has explained how this Sthula Prapancha has coming into existence. From Sthula Srishti, Sthula Prapancha to Sthula Shariram, we have understood. Kabandhi Katyayanaha doubt was very cleared by that first answer given by the Pippalada Maharshi. That gross body, gross world and gross body, how they have come, we have seen already. Then there is a little bit gap will come, silence. And 6 students are sitting. So why a gap between? Once the first student has finished the question, answer was given by the teacher, still there is a silence, no? Because the next student has to give time. If anybody asks, or suppose the same first student may ask some more questions, that's why he has to wait and see. After waiting some few minutes, oh, nobody is going to ask, then I can ask. The second student is ready to ask. So, when we are asking questions, we have to give a break and silence. It is very clear that person is not going to ask. And the gap time kuduthirukana, namakku da in the time, now we can start. Appadine namu purinchukkanum. We have to give the gap, but namakenge avan eppo stop pannuvana, we will make other person to stop that questions. Idu kuda or qualification da. Tapatrayam, patient money, tapatrayam. That's why a Vedantic seeker is the one who talk very less. Unnecessary talking, where to talk, what to talk, எந்த இன்சிடென்ட்ல என்ன பேசுறான்னு தெரியாது நிறைய பேருக்கு. இது இப்ப இந்த பேச்சு வார்த்தை தேவையா, எதுக்கு பேசணும், இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம எல்லாம் யோசனை பண்ண மாட்டோம். That's why we never get higher thoughts, no? Higher thinking, higher doubts, அதெல்லாம் வரவே வராது. அதனால மௌனமா இருக்கிறது தான் சும்மா இருந்து சுகம் பெறு. ஏன்னா சும்மா இருந்த சுகம் எப்படி வரும்? சும்மா இருந்தா you will think. If you think, you will approach a guru. If you approach a guru, you will get a jnanam. You will study from that guru. When you get a jnanam, sukham will come. அதுதான் சும்மா இருந்து சுகம் பெறுன்னா. That's why people take it literally and they will sit quietly. And சுகம் எப்படி வரும்? அப்படி இல்லை, அர்த்தம் இப்படி புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். So the question, second question asked by the Bhargavo Vaidharpi. What he has asked? Now about the gross body, gross world is very clear. This gross body, how can it sustain? What is that principle that which makes this body to sustain? The whole creation is sustained. What is the reason? What is that principle? The prana. Finally come to that. So many devatas are there in the body which are helping to this body to function. That is subtle body. The whole subtle body. See the gradual procedure. Gross world to gross body. Samashti Srishti, Vyashti Srishti. Then Samashti Sukshma Shariram. That is Antakaranam. Hiranyagarbha is the Samashti Sukshma Shariram. Hiranyagarbha is none other than Pranaha. And Vyashti Sukshma Shariram, Pancha Indra, Jnanendriyani, Karmendriyani, Prana, all these Panchabhutas and Antakaranam all put together, they are all helping to sustain this whole gross body, the subtle body helping to the gross body. In this subtle body also one of the main important principle is prana. the Pranamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha over, Pranamaya Kosha over. Now the third student comes, now he is going to ask the question, how this prana originate? Prana is the sustaining principle, that which sustains the body, gross body. That is true. Oh Guru, you have given the answer. Prana is the superior. Because of prana only everything is sustained. Because of prana only everything has come. It is great, wonderful. But I want to know how this prana has come into existence. How it has entered into body. Like that, so many questions he is going to ask the third student. Third question. Now, subtle body srishti. Now, sukshma prapancha srishti, sukshma sharira srishti. What I have said in the last class, this is prana upasana is going to come, I said. But the upasana part comes at the end of this third question. That part comes in the end. But the important, very significant portion is given in these questions, and Pippalada is going to answer about the Sukshma Shariram, Sukshma Prapancha, how that Srishti has taken place. So, to negate all these things, to arrive at that Brahman, Atmaswarupam, we have to negate so many things. Without fighting, without playing with this local, district level, state level, country level, you cannot go to world competition, champion level. You cannot go. Therefore, final championship, champion, Brahman. The final champion is Brahman. That is possible. You can enter into final. You have to finish all these rounds. One round you have to finish and you can go there. Similarly, here also, to attain that Brahman, that is the real truth, supreme reality, to own up that fact, I have to negate so many things before that. As though I am fighting, really speaking. As though I am fighting means what? This body, abhimana, deha abhimana, I have to negate. Is it tug of war? Not so easy. So I have to know its nature, how it has born, what is its nature, how it sustains, because of what it sustains, everything I have to know. Similarly, I have to know about the prana, how it has come, how it sustains, by what it sustains, where it goes, how it enters, all these things I have to understand. So these are all, this is a method, this is a technique to arrive at the main teaching. That is why systematic study. Annamaya Koshaku vandi, appuram Vijnanamaya Koshaku vanditana. What about Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha? Who will study? Teacher will study? Now you understand systematic, consistent study and Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, ellame tandi ponu. Inna kalakshepama, inna kada. Not so easy. People are not getting Brahmanishta, Brahmajnanamana, idida karanam. And the systematic, consistent learning thevai anaye theriyadu nariya perukku. So therefore, and the systematic, consistent teaching romba avashyam for a systematic, consistent learning is possible then only and Guru ku theriyanum first. Idella appapur middle sollanum nanu. Ee vishayam sollanum. Systematic, consistent Learning is possible only when the systematic, consistent teaching is there. Appadini Guruku theriyano. Guruku therinji teach panni adi student ku puriya vekkanum. Appo student enna solluva? Systematic, consistent learning is must. Then only we can understand this Brahman. Then only we can own up our own nature. Then only Sukha Prapti will take place. Dukkha Nivritti will take place. All these are possible. This is 6 வருஷம் 8 வருஷம் ஆயிடும். அப்போதான் ரியல் டீச்சிங் லேர்னிங்கே ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும். அதுக்கப்புறம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் இருந்து கிளாஸில் இந்த 7-8 வருஷம் வந்து அந்த டீச்சருக்கு கூட வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கணும். Now you see how difficult the teaching is. The toughest job, Vedantic teaching. Consistent teaching. Vedantic teaching easy தான். எல்லாரும் டீச் பண்ணலாம். நீங்கள் கூட 4 வருஷம் கழிச்சு டீச் பண்ணலாம். ஆனால் கன்சிஸ்டன்ட் சிஸ்டமேட்டிக்காக டீச் பண்ணி கமிட்மெண்ட்டோட டீச் பண்ணணும், கமிட்மெண்ட்டோட படிக்கணும். இது ரெண்டுமே இருந்தாதான் மோக்ஷ பிராப்தி. இல்லைன்னா கிடையாது. அதுக்கு தான் என்ன பண்ணணும்? என்டர் இன்டு தேர்ட் क्वेश्चन. வாட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு ஆஸ்க்? அத ஹைனம் கௌசல்யாஸ்வலாயனஹ பப்ரச்ச भगवन् कुत एषः प्राणः जायते कथमायात्यस्मिन् शरीरे कथमायात्यस्मिन् शरीरे आत्मानं वा प्रविभज्य कथं प्रातिष्ठते केनोत्क्रमते कथं बाह्यमभिधत्ते कथमध्यात्ममिति atha. Now the third question, atha means then, thereafter. Prashnadvaya anantaram. After answering the 2 questions put forth by the first and 2 students, those 2 students asked and answered after that anartham. Prashnadvaya anantaram atha shabdaha. Atha ha enam pippaladam Kaushalya Ashwalayanaha. Kaushalya Ashwalayanaha, both names belong to only one person. Ashwalayanaha or Kaushalyaha. Both are one and the same. One person. This Ashwalayanaha papracha, asked thus, enam pippaladam papracha. Who says? Upanishad tells. This sentence said by the Upanishad. After answering the 2 questions, now Kaushalya Ashwalayanaha asking a question to Pippalada Rishi, the Guru. Upanishad says, Now the question begins. Now how he has asked, Upanishad tells, how he has asked, the discussion comes now. What are those questions? First question, Bhagavan, he is addressing the Guru again, third student also. Bhagavan, O Lord, an artha. O Lord. The reverence, showing a reverence to the Guru. The more reverence we show, sooner we get the knowledge. The reverence shows our intention or our attitude towards the significance of the teaching, knowledge. நமக்கு எந்த அளவுக்கு அந்த மரியாதை, பக்தி, ஸ்ரத்த இருக்குமோ அந்த வித்யை மேல, அந்த அளவுக்கு குரு மேல கூட பக்தி இருக்கும், ஸ்ரத்த இருக்கும். So that shows Bhagavan. Kutaha eshaha pranaha jayate? The first question. Eshaha means this prana purva adhyaya vuktam. Whatever the prana you said in the previous section, you answer to that student, this prana, what you are talking, Purva Adhyaya Uktam Pranaha, the glorified in the previous chapter. Such a prana, born out of Jayate, born out of Kutaha, from which source, where from, or what is the origin of prana? Or at samashti level we can say, what is the origin of Hiranya Garbha? Is the first question asked by Ashwalayana. Then second question, Katham Ayatam Asmin Sharire, Katham Ayati, Ayati asmin sharire, ayatyasmin sharire. Asmin sharire, asmin sharire. It is sandhi. Katham ayati asmin sharire. How does this samashti prana, katham, how does this samashti prana enter into asmin sharire, in this gross body? How does this samashti prana enter into this gross body? Asmin, in this body, not somewhere. He is asking about my body. Kaushalyashvalayana asking how this prana entered into my own body. If I know this, how it is entering here, I can know in other bodies also how it enters. So always start from yourself, no? The question. That's why asmin sharire. Katham ayati. How it has entered. First, second question this is. Then the third question asked by the same student. 5 questions he asks. 5 questions. நமக்கு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் டீச்சர் சொல்லும் போதே புரிய மாட்டேங்கிறது. டீச்சர் சொல்லி கொஸ்டின் வருது எங்கே? இது நல்ல சாதனை பண்ணி அபியாசம் பண்ணுறவங்களுக்கு, அதே சிந்தனையில் இருக்கவங்களுக்கு நல்ல கொஸ்டின்ஸ் எல்லாம் வரும். That's why they are not ordinary people, no? Great people. Third question is, Atmanam va pravibhajya katham pratisthate? Atmanam. How does this one prana, Atmana means prana here, one's own reflexive pronoun, itself, anartha, by itself, how does this one prana divide? Pravibhajya means divide. itself. Atmanam, itself. How does this one prana divide itself? Into fivefold, we have to supply. Into fivefold, pratisthate, functions. And support the gross body. Pratisthate means support the gross body. How it has divided into 5 pranas and how it functions and how it support this gross body. How it has entered, then after entering inside, how it supports. By what way of functioning it supports. Supporting means something it has to do. How it functions. And then fourth question, Kena utkramate. Kena utkramate. Kena means through which path. Through which path, utkramate, does this prana go out of the body, of the gross body? How does this prana go out of the body? Through which path it goes? Or how prana separate itself from the body? How the prana separate itself from the body? We're poch and cholram. I got doubt any time. In the prana, how it is going? யாராவது கிட்ட கேட்டு பார்க்கலாமான்னு ட்ரை பண்ணவே இல்லை. நம்ம கேட்கவும் மாட்டோம். யாருக்கு தெரிய போகிறதில்லை. நம்மளே come to conclusion. Who knows this? We'll come to that conclusion. Many people knows. If we ask, they will tell. So, how prana, prana utkramanam is the another name for maranam. Prana utkramanam is equal to maranam. That's all. Then fifth question, katham bahyam abhidatte. Katham bahyam abhidatte. How does this samashti prana support the whole external world? Bahyam means external world. How this prana support the samashti, the total macrocosmic whole universe, cosmos. This is the fifth question. Katham adhyatmamiti. Fifth question lone subdivision is asking, how does this prana supports the veshti? Adhyatma means veshti shariram. How does this samashti prana support the whole world and external? Hiranyagarbha rupena, how it sustains. Individual rupena, how it sustains. Same prana. This prana alone is called energy. Prana is called energy. Power. Power means Shakti. Many people say Atma is the power. Power is, the Shakti is Atman. Why Atma is not the Shakti? Shastra says, Shakti, any energy is that which undergoes a change, modification. The power, current, electricity is a power. This electricity is a power. Sound can be converted into light. Light can be converted into waves. Waves can be converted into lot of changes can take place in the power. Interconvertible. Interconvertible. Similarly, same Shakti parungo. Ichha Shakti maarudde. Kriya Shakti ade Shakti changing. இச்சாசக்தி, கிரியாசக்தி, ஞான சக்தி. ஒரே சக்தி ஞானமாகவும் வேலை பண்ணுறது, கிரியாகாகவும் வேலை பண்ணுறது. அண்ட் இச்சா ஆல்சோ சக்தி, ஓன் சேம் சக்தி. So, whereas in Atma there is no change. That's why you cannot call Atma as a power or Shakti or any. Prana is called here in this context of prana. Power means prana, prana means Shakti. So, Atma is Nirvikaram, we have to understand. Now the next corollary we have to see, why does the Pippalada or Upanishad presents this topic here? Why does directly, why can't he ask about Upasana, how to do Upasana about Prana? இந்த பிராண உபாசனை எப்படி பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லலாம் இல்லையோ? இதுக்கு இந்த 5 questions. Teacher has to answer all these questions. And Pranastuti and Prana Upasana are all apekshikam. Pranastuti, glorification of Prana, is gaunam, apekshikam, or relative. It is not absolute. One mantra, in the previous mantra here itself we saw in the second question, Araiva Rathanabhau in Mundaka Yasya Nadyaha. So this prana supports everything. Prane Sarvam Pratishthitam. We saw that the whole section, second question, is the glorification of prana. Prana Stuti. But in some places Upanishad says Brahmani Sarvam Pratishthitam, it says. Everything is supported by Brahman. For everything Brahman is the Adharam, Upanishad tells. And Pranastuti, Brahmastuti, rendu nadakirade. Now the Pranastuti is highlighted. Without Prana, Shakti illanna Shivane inairanna. Shakti is the prana. Prana illenna onnu illennu artham. So sarvam brahmani pratishthitam eppadi solla mudiyum? Angada we have to understand prane sarvam pratishthitam means it is relative support, just as we say this earth bhumata is the adharam for all of us. Okay, the earth is the adharam for all beings. Earth is the supporter. All beings are born out of this earth. Food, we are sustained by the food which is coming from the earth. So we are born from the earth. Ada panchabhuta udalan children. It's the made up of 5 elements. The bhumata, earth is the adharam and sustained by the earth, and we are eating everything coming from where? One boy said like, where from milk is coming? And he says, and the shop button press panna milk vanduduma. And the kulandai solra, paal enga irundhu varudana? Aavinla irundhu varudana. Aavinla irundhu paal eppadi varudena avanukku theriyadu paavam kulandaikku. So adu madri sustained by the earth only, and we are going into the earth. That's why body, they cremate the body in the earth only. Nobody will throw out up. Ellame earth kullada poidum. So that means what? Earth is the adharam nu solrom, but earth is not the absolute. It has got a birth. It is not really adharam. Prithivika adharam jalam. Jalatika adharam agni, fire. For agni, fire support is what? Vayu. For vayu, what is the support? Akasha. For akasha, what is the support? Tasmadva etasmad atmanaha akasha sambhutaha. Atma is the adhara, ultimate adhara. appadi varanam. So to take us from all this and landing there in that Brahman Atma Swarupam. So this is not ultimate actually. In the Atma, even though it is great, we glorify, but it is dependently existing on Brahman. Prana is not an independent entity, even though it is great than all other sense organs, but still this prana can never exist independently. It is dependently existing upon the Brahman. Hiranyagarbha Brahma Devanam Pradhama Sambhabhuva. That Brahmaji, Hiranyagarbha, Samashti Prana. என்ன இத்தனை பேர் சொல்லி குழப்பறீங்க, குழப்பிஃபையுங்கன்னா எல்லாம் ஒரே பேர் தான். பிரம்மாஜி சதுர்முக பிரம்மா இஸ் none other than Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is none other than Samashti Prana, total prana. That prana alone is the individual prana. So therefore Brahma Devana Pradhama Sambhabhuva. The born, birth is there. So there must be a superior one. That's why one time all these devatas came to Brahmaji and they praised Brahmaji. You are the one great, you are the one created all the Vedas and you have created the whole creation. Midhunam utpadayate. You have only done everything. You are the greatest, supermost, supremost. But Brahma said, don't talk, shut up your mouth. நான் இல்லப்பா பெருசு, எனக்கு இருக்கார் பாஸ். I have some other boss superior than me. Who is that boss superior than you? Our the Brahman. From him only I have come. That's why local people are also superior. These people not superior really speaking, they are inferior than higher authority. Adi madri here prana also has got its own limitations. And theriyadukkaga in the questions are all going to be answered. That we have to understand. So therefore, சரி இப்படி எல்லாம் சொன்னது ஏற்கனவே ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டாகவே அங்கே போகலாம் இல்லையோ சுவாமினி பிரம்மன் கிட்ட. இதெல்லாம் எதுக்கு மத்தியில் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின் சொல்லி சிருஷ்டி கிராஸ் பாடி, செகண்ட் கொஸ்டினில் பிராணா சட்டில் பாடி, அதுக்கப்புறம் உபாசனை, இதெல்லாம் எதுக்கு? எப்பவுமே விட வேண்டியது தானே இதெல்லாமே. எதுக்காக அங்கே ஒரே வாட்டி போன முடியாது? ஏன்னா உபாசனார்த்தம் in upasana what we do, we take the relative substratum. The important point. What is the final point? Upasanartham. In upasana kanda, karma kanda, we take the relative substratum. Prana also substratum. Adhishtanam, adharam. Substratum means what? Adharam, adhishtanam, support. True. But what type of adhishtanam, substratum? Relative. Not true, not ultimate, not absolute, but relative, temporary adhishtanam. For what sake we take? Upasanartham. Adi marakka kodadu. That's why Sri Rama Rama Ramedi chonna podum, adi chonnale moksha vandudu ani chonna. That's the great, really. But not absolutely. There where people commit mistakes, no? Any upasana for that matter, any puja for that matter, they take anything, they glorify their phalasruti alla kudutittu idha pannu idu panna podum anu solluva. Japam pannida podum anna. So therefore our orientation is like this, na? Podum podum anna. Nothing doing. You have to take it, grow out of it, give it up. Come on, come on, come forward. Charai veti, move forward. Never stagnate. Stagnate water smells, no? Flow. But important matter. So, Jnana Kanda alone, absolute substratum. So, relative substratum, absolute substratum. So, this Prana Stuti is what? Glorified as a relative substratum. Why we have to say relative substratum? There is boss to this relative substratum, that is absolute substratum. By knowing that absolute substratum alone, one can get moksha, liberation. Adiyum puriyanu. Idiyum puriyanu. Adiyum puriyanu. రెండులో పురిగినதுக்கு అப்புறம் ఏది ముఖ్యమని தெரியணும், ఏది பிடிச்சுக்கணும், ఏది விடணும் అని కూడా தெரியணும். అది தெரியலன்னா கஷ்டம். முள்ளமா டிராவல் பண்ணணும் கிராஜுவலி. నెక్స్ట్ మంత్ర నెంబర్ 2. తస్మై సహోవాచ అతి ప్రశ్నాన్ పృచ్ఛసి బ్రహ్మిష్టః అసీతి తస్మాత్ తేహం బ్రవీమి. Very nice. The Guru tells Tasmai. Tasmai means to Ashvalayanaha. Saha. Saha Pippaladaha. Ha uvacha. He said thus. Uvacha. What he said? Ati prashnan pruchhasi. You are asking too much, no? You are going beyond. It is too much for you, Ashvalayana. Don't ask like that. Ati pruchhasi. Ati prashnan pruchhasi. Because which cannot be definable, anirvachaniyam, about that you are asking. இதெல்லாம் தேவையா உனக்கு? அது பிரச்சனை போச்சு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி குருக்கு தெரியாதுமா அதுக்கு அப்படி சொல்லாரா நினைக்க கூடாது. Some teachers say, hey, don't ask all these questions. குருக்கு தெரியாதனால அப்படி சொன்னாரோ. அதி பிரச்சனை வேர் யூ cannot answer, there is no definition for that. அனிர்வச்சனீயம், சொல்ல முடியாது, cannot understandable, and it is difficult to define. அது அந்த அளவுக்கு நீ போறியே, அந்த மாதிரி கேள்வி எல்லாம் கேட்கிறியே சொல்றாரு. When you want to know about the universe can be definable. Okay, universe can be definable. Suppose you want to know, when you want to know the molecules, definable. When you want to know atoms, definable. When you want to go to subatomic particles and all, koncham tough da. Idu mele pranam innu subtle. Universe mele the atom, molecules to atom to subatomic particles, adikulla idella taandi ponadukku appuram da pranam appa. Adhe kashthama irukku, pranam eppadi solla mudiyum, define பண்ணணுமோ. ஆனா பிராணத்துக்கு மேலதான் பிரம்மன். அப்புறம் அந்த பிரம்மன் பத்தி எப்படி சொல்ல முடியும்? அத சொல்லாமல் சொல்லி கூறாமல் கூறி என் மாதிரி அந்த டஃபஸ்ட் திங் டீச்சிங் really quite interesting. Okay, for who understood, no, the person, it is quite interesting. Otherwise da. So this prana alone is called maya. Prana alone is called maya here. Maya cannot be intellectually definable. Maya adhishthanam Brahman cannot be intellectually definable. యామా సా మాయా. ఏది పొయ్యో అది మాయా, మిథ్యా ఇత్యర్థః. As you go beyond energy, it is very difficult to give description. Very difficult. அப்படி சொல்லி திருப்பி உடனே he is praising. Brahmishtaha asi. Here Brahmishtaha means Shankaracharya gives two meanings. Saguna Brahma Jnani you are. You know thoroughly Saguna Brahman. Brahmishtaha. You know thoroughly about Saguna Brahma. Or second meaning we can take. Brahmishtaha means anyhow you have come to me. You are going to study that whole thing. Once you study from me means you are going to become a Jnani. Brahmanishtaha. Therefore you are a would-be Jnani. டாக்டர் மாதிரி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இயர் எம்பிபிஎஸ் படிக்கும் போது டாக்டர்னு போட்டுப்பான், செகண்ட் இயர் போடும்போது டாக்டர்னு போட்டுப்பான், தேர்டு ஃபோர்த் ஃபிஃப்த் இயர் என்ன எத்தனை வருஷம் படிக்கணும், ஆனாலும் டாக்டர் ஆகிடுது. அப்பவே இருக்கு நீ ஆல்ரெடி ஜாயின் நோ ஒன் டே ஆர் அதர் ஹி வில் கம்ப்ளீட் அண்ட் கம் கெட் த டாக்டர் சர்டிஃபிகேட். அது மாதிரி பிப்பலாதா இஸ் ஸோ கான்ஃபிடென்ட், திஸ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் இஸ் குவாலிஃபைட் ஸ்டூடெண்ட், டெஃபினெட்லி ஹி வில் கெட் ஞானம். அதனால he is tapping at his back, Brahmishtaha. You are really qualified student. உனக்கு ஞானம் வரலன்னு யாருக்கு வரும்? In future anyhow you are going to become Jnani. Therefore now itself he is calling as a Jnani, Brahmishtaha. Asi, you are the Brahmishtaha. Or you are the desirer of that Brahma Jnanam. Therefore you definitely will get a Jnanam. Brahmishtaha asi iti. Thus he said, tasmat, therefore. Therefore means wherefore. Since you are qualified, aham bravimi, I should answer you. Since you are qualified, I should answer. No, எனக்கு தெரியாதுன்னு சொல்லக்கூடாது இவனுக்கு. That's why you never look down upon a student. இதெல்லாம் டீச்சர்ஸ்க்கு லெசன். ஓகே, எனக்கு லெசன். Never look down upon a student. We give the benefit of doubt to the student. Let them take their own time. We do not know how much qualification they have got, how much chitta shuddhi they have got. They may be highly qualified, sometimes better than Guru also. இருக்கலாம், சொல்ல முடியாது. ஒரு சாதனையில் குரு மேல கூட ஜாஸ்தி இருக்கலாம். So therefore you see our scriptures, all the teachers, they respected their students so much. At the same time they are giving warning also, and they are directing them, giving guidance. At the same time they kept them in a high pedestal. How my student can become inferior? So this is called self-respect. How my student can be inferior? Never. எனக்கிட்ட வந்தான்னு அவன் சுப்பீரியர் தான். இதெல்லாம் சொன்னா கூட தகராறு. இதெல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் அப்பப்போ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இன்னும் பூஸ்டப் பண்றதுக்கு இப்படிலாம் சொல்லணுமா சொல்லக்கூடாதுன்னு தோணும் ஒரு வாட்டி. ஆனாலும் சொன்னாதான் நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸுக்கு எல்லாம் வருவேன். அது மாதிரி கொஞ்சம் பூஸ்டப் பண்ணணும் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் நீ அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கொம்பு வரக்கூடாது ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டுக்கு, அது கஷ்டம். அதனால அந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட் டீச்சர் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்புங்கிறது ஒருத்தர் லுக்கிங். Student should not look down upon the teacher, student should not doubt the teacher. Same way teacher also should not look down upon the student. Never. In course of time, in lifelong, at any time, at any cost. ஏன் at any time, at any cost it should not happen அண்ணா, அப்போதான் அந்த பிரம்ம ஞானம் அங்கிறது it will take place. Otherwise the teacher is failed, student is failed ன்னு அர்த்தம். In their approach to each other. Apart from the teaching, this type of relation is another biggest, toughest. இந்த ஃபைன் டியூனிங் என்னெல்லாம் சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, இது மாதிரி ஃபைன் டியூனிங் மாதிரி இந்த ரிலேஷனுங்கிறது ஒரு ஃபைன் டியூனிங். அந்த டீச்சருக்கு ஒரு பிரம்மனிஷ்டா இருந்து ஆர்வம் இருந்தால் ஃபைன் டியூனிங் பண்ணுவான் டுவர்ட்ஸ் த ஸ்டூடெண்ட். இஃப் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ஆல்சோ ஹேஸ் காட் தட் ஈகர்னஸ் டுவர்ட்ஸ் பிரம்ம ஜானம், he also make himself or herself fine tuning. Let me adjust according to my teacher. Student teacher also appo once in a while teacher also has to act. எதுக்கு இதெல்லாம் சொல்ல வர? அனவசியமா? அனவசியம் இல்லை, எனக்கு ஏதோ அவசியமானு தோணுச்சு, விடுங்க, மறந்துடுங்க. ஓகே, அகம் பிரவீமி, அந்த அகம் பிரவீமின்னு சொன்னார். அதனாலதான் அதெல்லாம் ஐ poured whatever is there in my mind. Next question. Now he is asking the question. Until now Guru has given that green signal. Yes, you can ask. இப்படிதான் இருக்கணும். green சொன்னதுக்கு அப்புறம் நான் சொல்றேன் சொன்னதுக்கு அப்புறம் கேட்கலாம். ஆத்மன ஏஷ பிராணோ ஜாயதே யதைஷா புருஷே ಛಾಯಾம் ஏதஸ்மின்னேததாதம் ஏதஸ்மின்னேததாததம் ஏதஸ்மின்னேததாததம் நேததாததம் மனோக்ருதேன ஆயாதி அஸ்மின் ஷரீரே. Now the Guru is answering one question. The first question he answers. What is the first question? Eshaha pranaha kutaha jayate. Where from this prana originate? Guru tells, Eshaha pranaha atmanaha jayate. Atmanaha means Satchidananda Atma. Not reflexive pronoun in here. Okay. Here Atma means Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Tasmadva etasmat anda prana, anda Atma. In Mundakopanishad, the third section, also the same mantra, it's connected here. एतस्मात् जायते प्राणः मनसेन्द्रियाणि च सखं वायुर्ज्योतिरापः पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी is the mantra. The connection here. This prana एतस्मात् जायते आत्मनः जायते. From Atma it has born. It has originate. Jayate, born. How it has born? What is its status? This prana which came from, born from this Atma. Its status children. Yatha esha purushe chaya. Purushe. Here purushe means in a person. In a person. Saptami. In a person. Here in a person meaning varad. Adu eppadi eduthukanamna nimitta saptami nu solluvom. The cause, because of that person. Due to this person. Just as due to a person a chaya, shadow comes, from Atma this prana has come. And the chaya angadhu romba important. And the word very, very significant, important point we have to underline. Purusha nimitta chaya. Purusha nimitta chaya jayate. Tatha, in the same manner, we have to supply. It is not there in the mantra. Tatha, in the same manner. Etasmin etad atatam. Etasmin means here also nimitta saptami. Due to this presence of Atma, etasmin. Why etasmin? This presence of this Atma. This Atma means it is available in your body now. He has asked this prana. So this Atma, he has to say. Because Atma is all pervading. Therefore here Atma is there. Therefore this Atma, etasmin. Due to, here also, nimitta saptami, not in the Atma. Etasmin in saptami, locative. But due to engra ardhanla varum. Nimittam, karanam. In the Atma karanathinal engra ardham. Because of this Atma's presence. Etat pranaha. Etat means pranaha or hiranyagarbhaha. Atatam. Atatam means thrown out. Just as a person standing here. What you throw out? Your chaya. Your shadow, just it comes. As though thrown. No? Or born, you can say. Jayate iva ajayamano bahudha vijayate. As though born, but not really born. That's a Vishishtadvaita immediately asked question. Apparently, where is in that mantra, show me, he asks. Iva ni cholri hai, kadiyadena. Nowhere in Taitriya, Kena, Kaivalya, any Upanishad, Mundaka also, the Chaya word has not used. Because of prana, everything is born and they said. But in the prana, unmaya, poya, nanga vishay, engiyo cholala. Endha Upanishadhimu cholala. That is the uniqueness of Prashnopanishad. Chaya na mithya ityartha. Your shadow is real or unreal? How this chaya, eppadi unreal, from the Purusha it falls. Without this Purusha, this chaya can exist. Cannot exist. It is unreal, it cannot exist without this Purusha. Similarly, from this Atma, this prana is born. It is like a chaya, it is mithya, it cannot exist without this Atma. Therefore, it is unreal. Then the second question he answers in the other portion, same mantra. What is that question? Second question he asks, how does prana come into this body? And prana born from that Atma. It is like a chaya, shadow. How does prana enter? அது எப்படி என்டர் பண்ணதுன்னா மனஹ கிருத்தேன ஆயாதி அஸ்மின் ஷரீரே. மனஹ கிருத்தேன மீன்ஸ் மனஹ இண்டிகேட்ஸ் sankalpa or karma. Because of karma, here manaha indicates sankalpa, sankalpa indicates kama, kama indicates karma. So karma is the cause for this prana to enter in this gross body. You don't get anywhere in any Upanishad like this answer. So, manojanya sankalpaha, sankalpajanya kamaha, kamajanya karma, karma kritena asmin sharire ayatina. Karmana ayati, asmin sharire ayati means it enters, it comes to this body. And karmana gacchati. Same way, karmana niryati. Anga kadiyadu, you have to supply. It has come, it will go, no? How it will go? Prarabdha karma samaptam. Tata bye bye and just prana poidu. Our prarabdha la mudichachi pavam poitar. And cholra million. அது மாதிரி பிராரப்தம் எல்லாம் முடிச்சாச்சு, கர்மா ஓவர், கான். கர்மணா ஆயாதி கர்மணா நிர்யாதி. அதான் மனக்கிருத்தேனா இத்யர்த்தா. That is the meaning. So, the third question is going to come in the fourth mantra. That we will see in the next class. That is the third question. How does it divide itself? In the third, fourth, all the questions will come in later portions. Now what he has given, 2 questions as answered. One is pranaha atmanaha jayate. Number 2, it is enter in the body because of mind, karma. Mind means karma. More in the next class. Purnamada purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.